Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitske. It's now been 72 days since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were reported missing from their home in California City. There are now 5 billboards up in Kern County seeking information on the boys. The most recent one is in Lancaster, put up over the weekend by a YouTuber in New York who goes by Duty Ron. He recently raised his reward offer to $3,000 for anyone with information on the boys. That makes the total reward money $123,000. Another recent change, Bakersfield Police is now the lead agency covering the case.
Well, we have been involved in the investigation since day one, but just based on the facts and the circumstances now known to investigators, the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of the boys and the direct nexus to Bakersfield, it just made sense where we are in the investigation after discussing with our other partners for us to take a lead role. And really what that means is we will continue the investigation, but we'll also be responsible directly for the investigative strategies, obtaining information or resource allocation, and just really working hard, continuing to work very hard to find out what happened to these little boys.
A little more than an hour ago, Kern County's Black Chamber of Commerce organized a panel with the biological cousin of the 2 boys. They discussed the investigation in the biological family search efforts. And we'll have more on this panel and the investigation tonight at 5 p.m. Anyone with information on the boys is asked to call the secret witness hotline at 322-4040. And we just want to update, it's 4 billboards, not 5. All right, now to one person who has died after an early morning car crash in southwest Bakersfield. According to the Bakersfield Police Department, the single vehicle crash happened shortly after 2 a.m. on White Lane and Old River Road. Police say the driver crashed into several trees in the center divider. The driver, a man, was the only person in the car. Police believe high speed played a role in the crash. The intersection of White Lane and Old River was closed for some time. Now, the identity of the driver has not yet been released. And now to an issue we continue to track closely here at KGET. We call it Kern Sober Reality. Just hours before that fatal crash, 2 drivers, both believed to be under the influence, crashed in southwest Bakersfield. It happened around 11:30 p.m. off of Stockdale Highway in Montclair Street. According to BPD, a driver made a left turn through a red light into oncoming traffic and was struck by another car. The 2 people sustained only minor injuries, despite one of the occupants being pinned inside the car. Police say no arrests have been made at this time. And the Bakersfield Police Department needs your help in identifying the driver and vehicle connected to a hit and run back in November. BPD says it happened in the morning of November 1st of last year at the Chevron on the corner of Rosedale Highway and Callaway Drive. The vehicle is described as a 2002 dark green Jeep Liberty, and BPD says the suspected driver is a woman between the years of 30 to 33, roughly 225 to 230 pounds with blonde hair. She was last seen wearing a black shirt and jean shorts. Call BPD if you have seen this woman or this vehicle at 327-7111. And a string of fires broke out overnight across Bakersfield. The first fire destroyed a mobile home in southeast Bakersfield. It started around 6:15 last night on Cottonwood Road, south of Padre Street. We've reached out to the Kern County Fire Department and have not heard back as of news time. Now, the next fire started roughly 2 hours later on South Milham Drive near the 58. It broke out last night in the bedroom of a home just before 8 o'clock. Nobody was hurt. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And the last fire happened early this morning in South Bakersfield. According to Bakersfield Fire, the fire started around 5:45 this morning in the garage of a home on Hosking Avenue near the 99. Crews were able to get the fire under control in less than 10 minutes. Nobody was hurt. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Firefighters tell us there were working smoke detectors in the home at the time. The Tokyo Olympics look like they will take place without fans from other countries. According to a Japanese newspaper, the decision has been made to exclude foreign fans from the Olympics that open in just under 5 months. This comes shortly after a panel discussion with the International Olympics Committee this morning. The games open July 23rd and will involve over 11,000 Olympic athletes and another 4,400 Paralympians. And now we are currently waiting for public health to release updated numbers for today. In the meantime, let's check out yesterday's numbers on the coronavirus front. Yet another spike in deaths from COVID-19 in Kern County. Our death toll now topping 900, with public health reporting 25 new deaths yesterday. Those deaths happened in January. December remains our deadliest month with 219 lives lost. January is our second deadliest month with 173 lives lost. The latest update brings our death toll to 902 lives lost since March. But new cases continue to decline. 200 new infections were reported yesterday. State data shows 151 people are hospitalized for treatment of coronavirus. 42 people are being cared for in area intensive care units. And a local school district is partnering with Express Pharmacy to provide vaccinations for all interested employees this weekend. Panama Buena Vista Union School District is holding a vaccination clinic Saturday in the PBVUSD boardroom at 4200 Ash Road. The district says all employees who are interested will have the opportunity to be vaccinated. The district plans to hold another clinic to administer the second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. According to PBVUSD, the shot comes at no charge to employees. And this Saturday, a vaccination clinic will be held in California City. It's happening in Strata Center on Heather Avenue, beginning at 9 a.m. and going until the shots run out. To register for the clinic, head to our website where we've placed a link for you. Just click on the hot link icon. And a reminder, everyone in phase 1A and 1B are eligible to receive the vaccine here in Kern County. That includes anyone 65 years or older, healthcare workers and first responders, plus teachers, childcare workers, those in emergency services, and people who work in the food and agriculture industry. And if you're in one of those eligible groups, you can sign up for a vaccine appointment using the state's website, myturn.ca.gov. You can also call 833-422-4255. We took a look at that site and found it was missing some local vaccination sites. The state says it will take time to catch up. Now, the pandemic continues to affect our bodies, including one of the biggest drivers of our mental health, our gut. Now, how can you keep your gut healthy during these uncertain times? Joining us once again is Jessica Meyers, an integrative health and herbal expert, to explain how our gut controls our mood. Good afternoon, Jessica. It's so good to have you with us. Explain how our gut affects just our mental health.
Hi, Nicole. So yes, it is true that the gut can affect your mental health. In fact, over 90% of the serotonin in your body is made in your gut. Serotonin is important because it helps us to feel calm, focused, and happy. Gut health is also key because the gut and the brain are directly connected via the vagus nerve. It's basically sending messages from the gut to the brain. An unhealthy gut cannot produce serotonin optimally, and an unhealthy inflamed gut also sends those unhealthy signals directly to the brain, and that can lead to mood and mental health challenges.
So, Jessica, what are some things we can do to help support our gut health?
Well, Nicole, whenever I approach any health challenges, I'm always thinking the same three things. What do we need to maximize? What needs to be minimized? And what needs to be prioritized in order for healing to occur? Gut health is no exception. We need to maximize healthy gut bacteria with fermented foods, and you can consider probiotics as well. Minimize the things that harm the gut. This would be unnecessary antibiotics, artificial sweeteners, processed food, stress, and even poor sleep patterns. Then prioritize the things that keep your gut healthy. Eat a diverse diet rich in plant foods of every color. Get regular exercise and engage in deep, meaningful relationships. All of these can help support your gut health, which then will support your mood.
I think what we have found, during the pandemic is a lot of us were sitting at home eating snack food, chips, all that, just very unhealthy food. What are some of the key just food groups we should be focusing on to help improve our digestive system?
Well, you really want to make sure that you are getting plenty of plant foods in your diet. You want to eat the rainbow. All of those different colors are going to help support your gut in a different way by feeding the healthy gut bacteria populations so that those good bacteria populations can then produce anti-inflammatory substances and all work together for your gut to produce optimal amounts of serotonin.
I think the big key takeaway is to remember to maximize, minimize, and prioritize your 3 tips. People can find that on your website. That's at jessicameyers.com. Thank you so much again for joining us, Jessica. You always have great tips.
Thanks, Nicole.
In your education news now, Bakersfield College announced that They will begin offering new criminal justice courses. Now you can sign up for the brand new course that focuses on the transformational policing model, examining the history of police distrust in America. The goal of the course is to spread awareness into the sensitivity of the issues surrounding racism and help to leading in our country. The courses will begin on March 15th. No prerequisites are required. And Bakersfield College is hosting its virtual express enrollment event today. Counselors and support staff will be available to guide future renegades through the spring semester enrollment process. You can find a link to register on our website at kget.com. Again, the event is today. It runs from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.